Good morning, friends. I hope you are all well on this beautiful Friday morning, ready for a nice warm weekend. I know that I am. I have been super excited to share this verse with you. I read it um, last Friday. I read across this verse and had this little bit of a revelation or insight given to me by the Lord, and I was so excited. My wife was in the shower, and I ran into the bathroom, and I was like, "Babe, you gotta listen to this." Um, and I've been excited all week to share it with you, and so I hope it blesses and encourages you this week. We're gonna be looking in the book of Acts, uh, chapter 28, verses 3 through 5. It says, Paul gathered a pile of brushwood, and as he put it on the fire, a viper, driven out by the heat, fastened itself on his hand. When the islanders saw the snake hanging from his hand, they said to each other, "This man must be a murderer." For though he had escaped from the sea, the goddess Justice has not allowed him to live. But Paul shook the snake off into the fire and suffered no ill effects. You know, I've read this verse plenty in the past. I've heard of it being interpreted as we could handle snakes and things of that nature. But it jumped out at me this last week when I was reading it that if you know the story of Paul, who before Jesus was Saul of Tarsus, he was a murderer. He was persecuting the church. He was seeking them out, hunting them down, and killing them for being followers of the way. At that time, they referred to following Christ as the way. For all you Mandalorian fans, this is the way. And he was killing them. He had done horrible things. But in Jesus, he suffered no ill effect. You see, in our lives before Jesus, many of us have done some things that we're not proud of. But in Jesus, we may have to suffer some consequences here on this world, but we don't have to suffer the ill effect of no longer getting to spend eternity with Him. The main consequence for our actions has been taken away because of Him. Just like the main consequence of that viper strike was taken away from Paul because of Jesus. The onlookers, the world, said that it was justice. But Jesus says it's grace. That just really leapt out at me this last week. Paul says in another verse that Jesus came to save sinners, of whom I am the worst. So just know that no matter where you are or what you've done, that there is a saving grace available in Jesus Christ. So this week, just think about that. Just reflect on the times that in your past that you maybe should be having some eternal consequences for, and thank God for His grace. Or maybe think about times that you have suffered that viper strike but had no ill effects. because of Jesus and His grace and His sacrifice, and thank Him for it. I love each and every one of you. God bless. I hope this word encourages you, and I look forward to seeing you next week.